has come. For 300 years, we prepared, we grew stronger. While you rested in your cradle of power.
So if there's one fan base I really feel bad for, it's Doctor Who fans, because this show has really gone downhill. And the ratings are following it. They've lost over 1 million fans. And I think it's going to keep getting worse. So I watch a lot of content creators who do talk about this show. I don't watch the show. I tried to get into it once, and it just really wasn't for me. But I do respect it because it is a big cultural icon. And the fans are very devoted. It's got a huge fan base, and people love it. They don't love this Doctor so much, but you know the fans are very devoted and they're very passionate, and I can respect that. And I wish the BBC would respect them. They clearly do not. And it looks like they're going to continue to hate on fans because they're bringing just about everybody back. So we got a report from Cosmic Book News. Doctor Who ratings abysmal as Chris Chibnall returns for third season. So not only are some of the people that are responsible for writing the show, the Doctor herself, Jodie Whittaker, has been confirmed to come back. The BBC is just going to continue to double down and just, it's like, well, is there something wrong with the show? No, nothing's wrong. You ever seen that meme where the little dog guy is drinking coffee in a burning apartment building? And it's like, this is fine. They're sitting there watching this show, the legacy of this show collapse around them. They're like, this is fine. Let's just bring everybody back. Maybe the first 2 seasons with Whittaker just didn't catch on. Maybe what we need to do is just double it down, triple down, actually. Bring everybody back. That'll save the show. They just don't get it. We got to just get rid of them istophobes. We'll wipe them under the rug. We'll bring in the new fans. They're coming. They're coming. They're not coming. And as you can see, the ratings for the show are just disastrous. So we have the season 12 ratings right here. Episode 1 started at 4.88 million. And then by episode 8, we are down to 3.86 million. That's up a tad, just a little bit of a tad from episode 7. But it would appear if you look at these numbers here, the bottom seems to be stabilizing. Now, I think it'll end up getting lower. What I think is you've got a classic case of The Simpsons going on here. What do I mean by that? Well, The Simpsons has been on for 30 years or whatever. It's been on for a long time. This show's also been around for a long time. And I think you've got people that, even though it's bad, are just still watching it, because what else are they going to watch? And they watch it out of this weird devotion, but they're clearly not happy with it, because if you go to reviews for the site here, we got some Doctor Who fans not happy, as reported here. The new season of Doctor Who has been one of the worst rated seasons in all of its 50-year-plus history, and is also the worst rated season by fans on Rotten Tomatoes with an audience score of only 17%. I find that funny because, they've erased that score like 3 times now. They think it's funny. Rotten Tomatoes would go out of its way to protect woke properties. Captain Marvel, they changed the whole way the whole site was done. There's a reason you can't go put audience scores in early. You have to wait to the deadline. And that's because they changed that for Captain Marvel. They've done a few things like add, verified users for the audience and stuff. For this, they've just we're just going to delete all the reviews. And every time people go back and the ratings just stay low. So it's just I'm sure maybe they'll delete it again and it'll just get lower. Because every time it happens, the score drops. I find it very, very funny. So here's some nice reviews here. The writing is a disgrace to the legacy of the show. So sad what happened to this show. Someone please fix this. Absolute rubbish. Would rather watch paint dry. It still suffers from incredibly bad pacing. They just run out of time before the story is finished and the main character just waves her hand and it has ended. Just streaming garbage, and so on and so on and so on. But the numbers speak for themselves. The show is losing its audience. I guess it's already mostly lost its American audience. And from watching neurotic videos, he said that they've admitted that they can't survive. This show can't survive without the American audience. And, you know, with the way they're doubling down, you've got this dwindling audience. Now you're bringing back, you know, a writer people seem to not like. You're already doubling down with Whittaker, bringing her back. Why are you doing this? It's like, maybe, you know, you need to make changes, clean house a little bit, and save the show. But here's my opinion as an outsider looking in here. I don't think they're going to try to save the show. I think they're going to run it into the ground and probably just end the series. I think you might get one more Doctor after her. But here's the thing. Do you think they're going to go back to the formula that worked? No. They'll double down. The show will get even more of a woke Doctor. And you're just be ready. They'll run it into the ground before they give it up. Because when you have these NPC people, it's about capturing cultural milestones so that they can put their values and their agendas in the show to try to change culture. That's what it's all about when it comes to capturing these cultural milestones. You know, you take Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, comic books. You know, you take all of these really important pieces of entertainment that people love, you change the politics, you change the agendas, and then you shape the culture. That's really what it's all about, is shaping culture. That's why they really want these, you know, these cultural milestones. It's like taking infrastructure in a war is really what it is. So they take that, and now we can change people's minds. The problem is there's so many different forms of entertainment. When you have these legacy shows like Doctor Who and they crash, well, people just go watch something else. That's why YouTube is so big, and that's why they want to get rid of, you know, regular creators and make you watch people like Jimmy Kimmel, because then they go back to changing your mind again. Anyway, those are just my thoughts on it. The show's in a lot of trouble. I don't think it's going to survive. And once again, a show that people loved is ran into the ground because of a bunch of weirdos. So that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts if you guys are fans of the show. How disappointed are you? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you'd share the video, I'd appreciate that. Throw a like up. I'd appreciate that as well. Make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.
Hello there.
How dare you!